the way we can communicate, and you can just get your stuff out there so quickly and with immediate response. So it's really wonderful.
So you've been at That Guy with the Glasses for a very long time, been partners with Channel Awesome for a very long time, and throughout all that time, you've been like the main focal point of the website.
He is that guy with the glasses.
Yeah, he is that guy with the glasses. But like, how does it feel to still be the main face of That Guy with the Glasses, the website? Is it pressure?
And how does it feel to have like a bunch of other people doing what you do, basically working under you?
Right.
It's I try not to let any pressure really get to me, because I know if I do, the work will suffer. And anytime I have like get to me, again, trying to write around the fans or please everybody, the work doesn't do as well. So I try my best just not to let that happen. And I think you got to know going in that not everyone's going to be happy, and you should be thankful for that the majority are, and I really am, and that people come back and they always say how much they love it and how much it makes them laugh. So yeah, I try not to let the pressure get to me, though it is weird that, this little tag that you put at the end of your credits now is like a website. It's like a company. It's a product. Yeah. Which is so strange. It's kind of weird turning yourself into a product, but it's the transition wasn't that hard because I was already such a huge sellout. So
how involved are you in the other people on the site? Like, I know you collaborate frequently with like Nostalgia Chick and whatnot, but like, do you watch every single person's videos? Do you know every of them? Or
I wish I could, trust me.
Well, physically you can't. There's not enough time.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, horrible to say there's not even that much time to watch, like, even a few of their videos a week. I know it sounds awful, but it is something where it's like the videos now, especially because we've taken more time with them, we put more effort into them as well, because we wanted to grow it, we wanted to make it bigger, and it just takes so much time. And if something comes up that's getting a lot of talk or something that just looks interesting, I'll make an effort to watch it. But no, when it started out, I actually did watch all the videos, and I was sort of saying like, "Oh, well, this is great," and no matter what, I'll always be that person who watches all the videos, or I'll always answer all the fan letters. I'll always do this, and you just realize if you did, when you hit a certain point, you're never gonna get any work done. But right. No, they're always great to work with. I just did a crossover with Angry Joe on Man of Steel, and
that was cool.
It's just so much fun, especially because he had a totally different opinion, so we can sort of play off our characters, yelling and screaming at each other. So it's really great.
A quick fanboyish moment. Who are some of your other favorites on the site?
Oh, I love them all equally. You know that.
Todd doesn't suck.
Todd doesn't suck, yeah.
If I had to say which ones maybe I like a little bit more favorably, no. I don't know. There's some that everyone's going to have their own sort of sense of humor and their own kind of audience. I think that's part of what's so great about it, is that when you're on there long enough, you can sort of get your own audience. And a lot of them go through that hazing of, oh, who's this new person? You must be awful because I don't know who you are. But I think a lot of them, like I say, have found their audience. And I don't know. There's just something I like about all of them. I really like Lindsay's analytical side. I love Joe's passion. I love sort of Lewis's dedication to telling a story with his videos. I love Phelan's deadpan delivery. I mean, it's just everybody has something that's so distinctly them, and I think it's just great.
Notice he skipped Todd.
Yeah.
Well, Todd I hate. That goes without saying. And a few others. You may notice I skipped a few others. But
well, like every other person on the site.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, to sum it up, who's like an underrated member of the site that you think?
An underrated member?
Like one of the less famous ones,
yeah,
like Phelan and Nostalgia Chick. One of the less famous ones.
I don't watch their numbers, so I don't know who's like, the less famous or.
Well, who's in the least of your videos?
I guess I can put it like that.
I will say this. I will say this. One that was doing something probably the most unique that nobody was doing. It took a little bit of time to catch on, but I'm glad it did because I think it's such a cool idea. Is Chad Rocco, that CR's Familiar Faces. I thought that was such a cool idea to take a character that you're aware of, but you never really analyze that great. Just a side character in a show, and actually look at why they work or why it's a good character or their history and the development and stuff. I thought that was such a cool idea.
Yeah, and you did a crossover with him, if I'm correct, on Baby Doll from Batman Animated Series.
Yeah,
Great one.
I'm
Great
such a
one.
nerd. I know everything.
yeah, that's like my second favorite episode. So when he asked about that, I was
nice.
just like, oh yeah, hell yeah. And that was like his first. I remember that was his first appearance because before he just did voiceover. So we were all kind of wondering, like, what does this guy look like, or what? So, and then we turned up, he's like, oh, he's a good-looking guy. And then when we saw him in person, he's like, oh, he's a giant.
Okay.
And to clarify, when I say like less famous, I meant like not to disrespect him now. That it sounds kind of
Yeah.
douchey now in
Yeah, it
retrospect.
does
But I
kinda
meant
sound
like,
bad.
let's say, Erod the Blockbuster Buster or Rap Critic or one of them.
So someone that hasn't been in the anniversaries yet. The anniversary specials.
Well, both of them were in Till Boldly Flee with the brief little cameos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I mean, that's why when we say less famous, I'm like, I don't know how to analyze that. So
Do you like watch them a lot? Are you aware of what they do?
Oh yeah. No, I just had to write for them every year, and I just guess. I'm like, Lewis, you review lamps, right?
Yeah.
What's my theme song? I met you on a Thursday. All right,
All right. So back to the interview.
back to being professional.
Yeah, back to being professional. If you were given the chance, what would you add to entertainment? What do you think is wrong with it now that you would add to? Like movies, whatever it may be, in your opinion.
I'm actually not that disappointed with entertainment right now in terms of like what we're getting and how much, mostly because of the internet and because I think the internet has changed so much of what people want to see and claim they want to see and so forth. I think the only thing that I would change is that I would like some more original stuff in terms of
Less
original
superhero
content.
movies.
Well, I mean, just sequels, remakes, reboots, adaptations, and a lot of them are good. I'm not going to say many of them aren't good. It's the fact that it's just there used to be a time where there was new material, like original ideas, and we're just not getting that as much. Everything has to come from something that's already established,
Right.
and that's kind of a shame. And I think that's always sort of been a part of Hollywood that there has to be. They always had to rely on something, whether it was a star or big special effects or a budget, whatever.
Right.
And now it seems to be relying on whether or not it has a fan base.
Well-
And like I said, some things have turned out really well. There's some good superhero movies. I think, like, I just saw Hunger Games, and I thought that was great. But, yeah, I'm missing sort of the new ideas.
Okay.
Well, now that you have somewhat of a voice in the industry, how do you hope to, grow from that, and what do you think you can bring to the industry?
The only thing that I'm really trying to do as a character now, it used to be just make them laugh, entertain, and stuff like that, but I'm finding out more and more, particularly with the internet and audiences and stuff like that, is I'm trying to spread the idea that an opinion is an opinion, and that just because you like something and everyone else hates it, that shouldn't change your opinion, and if, vice versa, if you hate something, everyone else likes it, that shouldn't change the opinion. I think the best thing you can find out is that when someone disagrees with you, rather than fighting for it, talk about it, share it. Rather than acting like this is some sort of big fight, actually share what you like about, what you don't like about, and see if you can understand the person more, because you can find out so much more just in what you disagree with.
Right.
Coming from someone who based their whole career off making fun of movies.
Well, exactly, and that's part of the big reason why the reviews now are a touch more analytical. It's analyzing why something doesn't work. Or, with Man of Steel, I hate that movie, and Joe likes it. He likes it a great deal. So for me in that one, it was trying to get in his point of view, seeing why he liked it, and what there is to enjoy about it. And I think it's a very healthy